Hey guys, Ronnie here. I really need a haircut. I just want to let you guys know that the show has officially, as of this recording, hit the 50 subscriber benchmark. It's pretty exciting. Yeah, hair's long. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. I really appreciate it. So here's to another 50. Here's to hitting that 100 benchmark and beyond. 1,000 and 100,000 and eventually 1,000,000. That would be awesome. It's my goal to have so many subscribers for the show that one day even Matt Damon will watch it.
Do you like apples?
Okay, so welcome to Ronnie's Reviews. This week we are going to discuss the A-Team. 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 E-Team? No, not E-Team. The A-Team. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. The A-Team is rated PG-13 and stars Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper, and the scrumptious Jessica Biel. Well, aren't you guys going to say anything about how hot Jessica Biel is? Well, that would be quite inappropriate. Well, what he said. Oh, okay. How about this? Between Jessica Biel and Scarlett Johansson, who would you rather shag? Well, that is quite unnecessary. That's crossing the line, isn't it? Have a look, you've upset the good doctor. Yes, quite unnecessary. So, the A-Team. This movie, I wasn't really expecting too much from typical summer fare. This movie, as most of you guys know, is a modern update of an 80s television show by the same name, the A-Team. Now, for those of you who are familiar with that show, they stayed pretty true to the characters. There wasn't really a huge amount of depth to them, and that's pretty much what we got. I mean, we have likable characters that were funny, and of course they did a lot of the preposterous stuff that they did in the show. I had a couple problems with this movie, and they're really more on the technical side of things. First, the way that a lot of this movie is cut and edited is cut very quickly. Talking about going from one thing to another in short periods of time, jump cutting. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with jump cutting as long as it's done well. But here, I felt like the jump cuts and the quick editing didn't give me enough time to really hone in and focus on what was happening in each of the little cuts. I would cut to something and I would cut real quick before I could really latch on and focus on what was going on. And you know what, from a filmmaking point of view, if you're at all running the risk of losing your audience, no matter how slight that risk is, that's really something that you really got to watch out for. I mean, at least for me. It doesn't make sense that you would do things in a way that you could potentially lose an audience in a lot of important parts of your movie. I don't know, maybe I'm just old, but my sensibilities, I can't get down with these quick cuts. It makes me feel like I have ADD, which I probably do. When I sit and watch a movie, I want to watch a movie. I don't want to be sitting there and feel like I'm going through an epileptic fit. So that was one of the problems. Another problem, and this is a problem I have with a lot of modern action movies, is the shaky camera. Okay, the movement of the camera to denote kinetics in the scene. A lot of stuff happening, so let's move the camera a lot and let's shake it around to show that this is a kinetic scene. Problem with that, it's done a lot in fight scenes, and that's what they do in this one, is they shake the camera a lot in the fight scenes, and what happens is we end up not seeing the fight. It's the same problem I had with the Second Born film starring Matt Damon. They moved that camera around so much during the fight scenes that I couldn't see what was going on in the fight, and I couldn't appreciate the martial arts and the choreography in that fight. So, and this is a problem I had with this one as well, because there's a couple of fight scenes here that I want to see, but it's so shaky that I can't see what's going on. And it's a fundamental thing that if your audience can't see what's going on, you defeat the purpose. This is a visual medium, and if they can't see what's going on, you're kind of just defeating your own purpose. Another problem I had with it was that I saw a lot of what was going to happen in the previews. A lot of the big stunts and a lot of the big action sequences were all already given away, and you know, like, I don't want to be able to guess what's going to happen next in a movie. That kind of takes away the magic of it. So those are the major problems I had with the movie. Other than that, I mean, it's like I said, it's your typical summer fare, and it's not horrible. I didn't hate it, but it didn't blow me away. The things I liked about it, of course, I liked Jessica Biel. You know, she's always a treat to watch. The rest of the cast did fairly well. The standout performance of this movie goes to Sharlto. Why is everything so hard to pronounce? Sharlto Copley. For those of you who are fans of the movie District 9, you'll recognize him as the leading role from that particular film. Sharlto did a great job as Murdoch in the A-Team. You know, brought a lot of the comedy, and he was just funny to watch. I would have liked to see him more, but the stuff that we did see of him was great stuff. So in terms of the grading scale, I'll give the A-Team 2.5 Matt Damons. And you know what, guys, with the summer movies, especially something like this and Prince of Persia, those are always going to typically hover around the 2.5 to 3 Matt Damon score. And you know what, that's expected. You know, it's your typical summer movies. It's not really meant to expand your horizons or you know, make you contemplate life. Basically what you see is what you get. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so moving on to the rental of the week. This week we watched a movie called Up in the Air. Up in the Air is rated R and stars George Clooney and Vera Farmiga. Now, Up in the Air is directed by Jason Reitman. For those of you who are not familiar with his work, he also did Thank You for Smoking and directed the movie Juno. Up in the Air is a story about a man who literally lives most of his life up in the air. He travels more days out of the year than not. So the places that he's most familiar with are airports, airplanes, airport hotels. Those are the kind of places where he's kind of planted his roots, because this guy really doesn't have any roots. You know, he's got zero connections in terms of friends, anybody close to him. He's estranged from his family. They don't know him very well, and they hardly ever see him, and he hardly ever talks to them. So everything in his life can be easily stowed away in the overhead compartment. And so the movie is about him coming to grips with that, you know, and realizing that he doesn't have any real connections and meaningful relationships. This is a great movie on so many levels. I mean, even just the title, Up in the Air, talks about literally his lifestyle, because he's always up in the air. But it also, you know, on the other levels of his life, everything is kind of just up in the air. This is what I love about Jason Reitman, because there's a lot of care that goes into to his movies. You can tell that they're really well thought out. If a movie can help you reflect on, you know, things that are happening in the world or things that are happening in your life, and take it, and if they can help you take a deeper look into these things, then I think that's the mark of a good movie. And Up in the Air really does that. By the end of it, you sit there and you're thinking, what in my life is up in the air? What am I connected to? A lot of questions go through your head, not just about George Clooney's character, but also about yourself. My favorite thing about Jason Reitman as a writer-director is that he's just getting started. He's just getting started. So, you know, he's come out of the gate pretty strong with his first 3 features. So I'm looking forward to what's in store in the next 5, 10, 15 years with Jason Reitman. So great job. Oh, standout performance goes to Anna Kendrick. She did marvelously, and everybody did. Everybody put in a great performance. George Clooney is always solid in his movies. Vera Farmiga, always very good as well in what she does. So yeah, I liked Up in the Air a lot. In terms of grading, I will give Up in the Air 4 Matt Damons. All right, that's it, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for putting up with me. Tune in. We got a lot of stuff coming. Like I said, we have a special edition coming in July. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss that episode. And don't forget to rate and comment. If you've seen any of the movies that we talked about today, please feel free to leave your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on movies that you want me to rate, please leave those in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to review certain movies if you guys want me to do that. Okay, and that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Until next week, guys, this is Ronnie Cruz signing out. And remember, when you go to the movies, please dispose of your trash in the proper receptacles. Bum bum bum, dun dun dun, da 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 da, bum ba da bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I forgot the rest of it.